Hello and welcome to this jewelry making tutorial. In this tutorial I will show you how to make a bracelet using leather. So I will use this leather, this brown leather, to make my bracelet, and I will also use some beads, some metal beads, different beads. I will also use a spacer bar, some spacer bars. And in order to open and close the bracelet, I will also need some findings. Let's begin by talking about the tools that I will use. For the jump rings, I will use this jump ring opener together with the pliers, with the chain nose pliers. As you can see, these pliers have no teeth here, so this surface is flat. And this is made in order to prevent scratching the findings. For the leather cord, I will use a pair of scissors, and also for the leather cord, in order to know how long it should be, I will also use a measuring tape. As findings, I will use some jump rings. I will use a lobster claw clasp to open and to close the bracelet, and for the cord ends I will use these spring cord end caps. As you can see, they look like springs. And now that I have talked about the beads, the findings and the tools, let's start by establishing how long the bracelet should be. So I have a measuring tape here. You see, it has inches here and centimeters here. In order to understand how long my bracelet should be, I will just measure the length of my wrist, and as you can see, it's 6 inches. That would be in centimeters about 16 centimeters long. You should always take into consideration that if you make a bracelet that is 6 inches, you must also take into consideration the length that will be represented by the closure. So this closure will also have about half an inch, more than half an inch, about 1.5 centimeters to 2 centimeters length. So as you can see, almost 2 centimeters, almost 1 inch, and almost 2 centimeters long has to be taken into consideration as being the closure of the bracelet. So let's cut a bit of cord that is 6 inches long, like this. So I will cut the cord at the length needed for a female bracelet. If you make a bracelet for men, you can add 1 inch up to 1.5 inches, depending on the size of the wrist of the person that you are making the bracelet for. So you can add 3 to 4 centimeters or 1 or 1.5 inches for a bracelet for men. Let's put the measuring tape away and let's start making the bracelet. So I have the cord here. I will take one of those spring cord end caps, and as you can see here, I will put the leather inside this spring cord end cap, this way. And now let's see from a closer distance how I will make the spring cord end cap stop moving on the leather cord. So I will take the pliers and push on the end of my spring cord and cap like this. And as you can see here, I have pressed the end of this spring on my leather like this. And now the leather does not move anymore and it doesn't come out from the spring cord and cap, because this bit of metal here pushes on my leather. And now, as you can see, I have this ring here. I will grab the ring with the pliers and lift it like this. Now I can have access to this ring in order to add the lobster claw clasp. In order to add the clasp, I will take a jump ring, I will grab it with the pliers. With the jump ring opener, I will open it like this. And now I will put the open jump ring through this ring at the end of the spring cord and cap, and I will take the lobster claw clasp and put it on the ring. Now I can close the ring using the same tools, the pliers and the jump ring opener, like this. And as you can see here, I have attached the lobster claw clasp to my leather cord. And now let's add the ornaments, like this. So this end of my bracelet is ready, and in order to add the ornaments, I will start taking the beads first of all. I'll take the first metal bead, put it on the leather cord. So I've put the first bead. Now I will put a spacer bar like this. Now I will take the ornamental bead, the slider, also put it on the bracelet. I will take the second spacer like this, and I will put the last metal bead this way. So I have added the ornaments on my leather bracelet like this. And in order to close the bracelet, we have to put the second spring cord and cap on this end here. So I will take the spring cord and cap, put it on my leather cord like this way. Now again, let's see from a closer distance. Again, I have this end of the spring cord and cap. I will take the pliers and push on this end of the spring cord and cap so that it presses on my leather, the leather of the bracelet, like this. Now it doesn't come out anymore, as you can see. It presses on the leather like that. Again, I have this ring here that I will grab with the pliers and lift like this so that I can have access to it. And I will take the second jump ring and open it. I will grab it with the pliers, with the jump ring opener, this way. Now it is open. I will put it on this ring here and I will close it with the jump ring opener, this way. And now the bracelet, the leather bracelet, is finished. Let's close it. like this. And this is what my bracelet looks like. This is the finished bracelet. So this is what the finished bracelet looks like, leather bracelet. And this is the bracelet on the wrist.